the final report, COVID-19 analysis of the day. This is for the U.S. Okay, so you're 6 hours ahead of us. All right. I normally stream about this time of day, some type of you know, R data science, data analytics type of display. I'm not a gamer, so you won't find me on any gamers list. But yeah, like I say, it's 3:48 here, and I normally stream around between 1 and 4 p.m. New York time, Eastern Standard Time. Then I stream again. Although lately I've been doing like long 5 or 6 hour streams, and then take a break in the middle and come back at 8 o'clock and do a second. My 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 second official stream is 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, New York time, which of course would be, I don't know, a.m. a.m. in the morning over there. But yeah, just keep an eye out for me to stream. And you have any questions about R, by all means, you can either reach me on Twitch, or you can reach me via email. Okay. Okay. What we can see here, since January of 2020, the U.S. has had 50.2 million cases. And since the last week of February 2020, 800,343 cases. Okay. And currently, since last week of February 2020, we've had 800,342 deaths in the U.S. Currently, we're averaging 72,591. Uh, a sample of my data set efficiently. Uh, yeah, I mean, if you want to create a random sample, in other words, you want to say split. The reason I know is 'cause I was just reading this in a book called Tidy Models. Okay. Uh, And one thing they talk about it, is how to create, a test set. You normally divide your data into two parts, into your test set and your training set. Okay, so you use the one set to train your model, for instance, and then when you think you got the model right, you test it on the on the test data set. If that's what you uh, let's see. Let me see something. Let me find this book here. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah. Remember, in head, you can do a number, okay? Data frame and the number of rows you want to export. All right? If I could type. Okay. So if you want to create a file of the first 1,000 rows of data, you could do something like that. then if you wanted to create a file with it, you could use the uh, if I could type. Okay, so you can do something like that. Like I say, if you wanted to create an official sample where you divide it into two parts, yeah, there are specific commands, and if you're doing statistical analysis, you'd want to use the one of the sample commands to actually create those two tables. Let me see if I can find something here. And here's a link to the tidy models with our book. They talk. They have a couple of chapters devoted to the whole question of how to sample. Okay, right. So I'm sure you realize from your education that you wouldn't want to use you wouldn't want to use the head command to create a sample to analyze. You want to do a random sample of your data set and split it in two. Okay, fantastic. I look forward to seeing that in a couple minutes, hopefully. Yeah, I I'm actually reading through this book right now. One of the things I'm doing at 8 p.m. in the evening, I read a couple pages from this book, then I do some type of data analytic work. But like I said, it's 8 p.m. New York time, which means it's what, like 4 a.m. It's 8 p.m. my time, so it's like 4 a.m. your time, right? So you probably won't be awake then. But you can always come back and watch my stream the next day when you get up, okay? Because I save all my streams. Okay, where did we leave off of here? Kind of got distracted. Currently, the U.S. is averaging 72,591 cases per day, which projects out over the which projects out for 12 months at 26.4 more million cases. Currently averaging 1,221 deaths, which projects out to another 44.5 million cases, for another 445,000 plus cases deaths. We can see that U.S. cases have passed 2021 cases, and we can see that the U.S. The third quarter. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get me one more cup of coffee here. Testing, testing. Okay, good. So where do we leave off over here? So we can see here, we're looking at the final report of the day. This is the report for the U.S. Well, we can see, we've always seen that 2021 cases have passed 2020 cases. Over here we see that the cases for the third quarter of 2021 was the third most for any quarter so far. When we come down here, you can see that we had a pretty good spring and summer, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We had 5 months here. We had basically had a declining. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna call it 6 months in a row when the cases were trending down a little bit. Okay. Then we had this spike up here, then a 1, 2, 3, and it looks like December's case. We're gonna wind up the year with fewer cases than the previous 4 months. Okay. So what we can see here is this: a long declining pattern in COVID-19 cases on a weekly basis in the U.S. all the way through spring and summer. Back over here, we dropped below 25,000 cases per week before having a spike here, and now we have this declining. But we have the last two. Well, we're going to see. Remains to be seen. It's a pretty good chance that this week's cases will be lower than these numbers right here. Okay. What about daily cases? We can see here our daily cases spiked on January the 8th at 303,487 before closing on December the 14th at 113,749 cases for the day, with an average of 11,800. What do we got here? 118 with an average of 118,750 cases per day. And what about deaths? We can see that the COVID-19 deaths for the U.S. passed 2020 deaths pretty easily. Okay. And again, we can see here that for the U.S., the third quarter of 2021 deaths has been the third highest quarter so far. Monthly cases, well, again, look at this nice long declining pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I don't think this declining pattern was emphasized enough. But honestly, I don't know. But I don't think it was I'm just not convinced that this is the number that the news media and the administration wants to talk about. They want to talk about the Delta variant and these numbers over here. Of course, there's a very good chance the U.S. is going to wind up the year with a decline in COVID-19 deaths, with the third straight month in a row of COVID-19 deaths. Okay. What about weekly deaths? Again, big declining pattern here, the spike over here. But look at this. It looks like we had a bump here, but it looks like the COVID-19 deaths for the U.S. is trending downward again. And you can see over here that the U.S. had its highest spike in COVID-19 deaths on January the 20th of 4,442 before declining all the way down to here. So our podcast just dropped into Yuka's channel to say hi. So I said hi to him. December 14th. Okay, you can see our deaths on December 14th was 1,629. with an average of 14-day average of 1,244 deaths per day. Now the question is this: for every 100,000 people in the U.S., on average, how many people have COVID-19? Well, the answer appears to be on average about 30 to 35 per 100,000 people. And again, the question is: for 100,000 people in the U.S., how many people are dying a day from COVID-19? And well, the answer is right around one half of a person. For every 100,000 people, one half of a person is dying from COVID-19. Okay, so that concludes. I'm doing good, thanks. Okay, so let's see how we're doing over here. All right. Okay, here we go. Okay.